I am Jim Corbett. This is my story. From the night I faced death. In 1907, on the border of Nepal and India. Dense, misty jungles with the sound of wind through the leaves like whispers of death. A mad tiger had killed more than 400 people in just a few months. Villages were silent. Children cried themselves to sleep. Men sat by the door with rifles, and women prayed that their turn would not come. No one laughed. Everyone was waiting. Waiting for the roar. The village was like a land of the dead, with eyes staring from behind windows. Pedram and his daughter Sita went to the spring with a clay pot. Pedram stood at the door and said, "Come back quickly, my daughter." A few minutes later, a scream rose from the mist. When we arrived, the pot was shattered, water mixed with blood. The trail of her body dragged across the soil remained. Pedram sat by the spring until morning, his hands raised to the sky, saying, "God, why did you leave me alive?" Asha and her family sat around the oil lamp. Her mother baked bread, her father told stories. Suddenly, a roar came from behind the window. Her father grabbed the old rifle. Her mother hugged Asha and said, "Get under the bed, quickly!" The window shattered. Champawat entered like a black shadow. The father fired, but the bullet jammed. The tiger struck him against the wall with one blow. The mother screamed, trying to fight with her bare hands. Asha, from the crack of the wooden bed, saw her mother dragged outside. The sound of bones breaking, echoing forever in her ears. By morning, only Asha was alive. She never spoke again. She only drew a tiger with red eyes.
My friends, if you liked this story, subscribe now so we can get scared together every week.
Champawat was not just an animal. The tracks showed it knew human paths, even opened doors with its claws. Each attack was like a precise plan. This was a hunter's mind, not merely animal instinct. And each time I found a body, I became more certain. This tiger was something beyond nature. For months, I lived in the jungles of Champawat. Every day I followed tracks. Every night I set traps, iron snares, ambushes by the water, even human bait. But Champawat was smarter than all my plans. Many times it approached the traps, sniffed, and vanished in an instant. Each time, only silence and failure remained for me. One night, I nearly became prey myself. In the darkness, I heard rustling. My rifle was ready, but a massive shadow leapt from behind. The tiger's claw ripped into the tree beside me, just inches from my body. If I had taken one step slower, my name would have been on the list of victims. Months passed. Fatigue, Fear and despair weighed heavy on my shoulders. But each time I thought of Pedram and Asha, I rose again. This was not just a hunt. It was vengeance for hundreds of families. One night, I sat inside my tent. The oil lamp burned dimly, my rifle on my knees. Outside, the wind twisted through the teak trees. Suddenly, I heard a sound. Breathing, slow, heavy, close. My whole body froze. It was out there, circling the tent, precise and deliberate, as if it knew I was listening. No rustle of leaves, no roar, only its breath as if it was measuring me. That night I did not sleep. The next morning I went into the forest. The air was heavy. Branches cracked underfoot, and the distant sound of birds suddenly stopped. That meant only one thing. The hunter was near first hunt, the village of Kaski. Champawat attacked a cow herd. When villagers ran to save him, it leapt from the bushes onto an old man. I was there, by the river. A young woman was washing dishes. Champawat sprang from behind the trees and dragged her into the water. In broad daylight, it had grown bolder. A boy was taken from his doorstep. His mother screamed, but the tiger carried him away calmly, as if it knew no one dared stop it. For 3 months, I pursued it. Once I was trapped in a cave, and it was outside, waiting. And now I reach the part of the story no one believes. The night before the final hunt, I dreamed. A dream that told me what kind of creature I was facing. Morning, May 10th, 1907. Rain was falling. I hid on a cliff overlooking the valley. At 10 a.m., a massive shadow emerged from the trees. It was Champawat, but changed, limping, its jaw crooked. I understood why it hunted humans. It could no longer kill other animals. When it stepped from the trees, it looked straight into my eyes, as if it knew I was there. I raised my rifle, took a deep breath, and fired. The bullet struck its shoulder, but it did not flee. It charged at me. I fired again. This time into its chest. It fell to the ground, but was still alive. When I approached, I saw its eyes. No anger, no hatred, only surrender. I fired the third shot. And it was over. When we examined the body, the doctor said, "This animal has lived with terrible pain for months. It is a miracle it survived this long." Today, as I tell this, I still sometimes see Champawat's eyes in my dreams, not as a monster, but as a victim of pain, of hunger, of humanity's advance into its territory. We thought it was the devil, but the truth was, we created this monster by destroying the forest. The Champawat Tiger. 436 confirmed victims, the deadliest man-eater in history. And I ask you, was killing Champawat the right thing to do? Or should there have been another way to end this tragedy?